Hello. Oh, get down there. There she is. Hello, everybody. I'm John Zidar. This is Taylor. That cute
Hi,
Taylor's picture. We are here on
I'm
behalf of
here.
Penny Boys. You can thank them for me being here. Penny Boys is a Discord group. That's where we hide right now. We're actually going to the internet here soon. But our Discord group trades anything and everything, including penny stocks and OTC. So thank them for me. And I thank Taylor for being here. Appreciate you being here, Taylor.
No problem.
I hear you're kind of on a mini vacation right now. So you're working away from home doing
I
this.
am
Oh,
away from home. Yeah, but I made sure to be here today. You
I,
saw me. You saw me on camera.
I
So
did. I did. So, first thing I want to do here, folks, I have got a list that I want to share with you. I used to do this with the news. We got it up. There you go. I used to do this with the news. It was just a lot of extra work, keeping up with the news, posting it, getting this banner made up. What I've got here for you, and this is not exhaustive, but this is a list. You can go through it later. Don't try to take notes now of penny stock AI companies. I think it's the hottest sector right now, folks. Not that it's playing the hottest. Cannabis, it's got a lot of potential. It's like a stick of dynamite with a very long wick, and we just don't know how long that wick's going to burn before it goes. Well, that's the same thing with AI. Singularity. AI grows and grows and grows like mold, and it just keeps growing. And at some point, it exceeds our intelligence. That's called singularity. When it hits that point, things are going to change, folks. Right now, businesses are using it. That is going to explode. The market is going to explode. Now, I make it sound all good. It isn't all good. There's going to be a lot of jobs lost. There's going to be a lot of changes in the world, and we don't even have a clue how many repercussions there are going to be. But as traders, there's going to be a lot of activity here. So right there, you're looking at a list which is coming to its end right now. I'm going to be adding to this. So maybe each week I'll give you some updates on these companies because I think you want to keep in touch with them. Now, I am particularly talking about AI companies that are dealing with AI of their own. I don't mean someone that's plugged into Chat GPT and has customer service. I'm talking about people that are controlling traffic or using AI to stop AI hacking or anything where governments, municipalities would want to use it. Look at the customer base. Big pockets are going to keep these companies growing. The other side of the coin is cloud. AI cannot grow without cloud. AI needs a lot of data, generates a lot of data. Where are you going to put it? In cloud. But the cloud has to be big enough. The infrastructure, the city has to be able to house all the people you're bringing in. So cloud has to grow faster than AI. So there is another sector you've got to keep your eye on, cloud. So we've got a bunch of people that have come in, not as many as usual, but I see Velmore is here first. Feels like old days again. Jeremy Horace, Chris Vaughn, and Kashera. Interesting names. My regulars, I appreciate you being here, folks, and you've all brought me stocks, and we're going to get to them right now. First one we're going to jump into is PHBI. I do believe that this was brought to us by Velmore.
Yep.
All right, let's see. I have got information here. Let's see. I've set this up the best way. The description of the company, always nice to know what they are. Pharma Green is working with cannabis. Now, I've known about this company since 2018, 2019. I posted a bunch of information on this company years ago. Well, I was surprised to see Velmore had brought it back up. Pharma Green is currently developing its nutraceutical products and is focused on generating revenues from its proprietary blend of therapeutic plants and mushrooms and nutraceutical wellness products, utilizing the company's experience in plant genetics. Now, before we get into the catalyst, let's just make sure we get to that general news for it. Relative volume. Whoa, what happened there? Wow, big drop on the volume today, going from 7.8 million to under a million. What happened? That's painful. Share structure for the company. 602 million outstanding. Restricted, they've got quite a few of them, 168 million the management own, and we get the most of them, 433 million, just under a half a billion shares here. Financials for the company. Are they making money? Nothing on the annual, nothing on the quarterly. Let's take a look at that balance sheet real quick. That's not looking hot either. Now we got 3 zeros, thank God, to put behind any of these numbers. So they have $5,000 in the bank. They've got 140,000 in assets and 2.2 million in liabilities. Definitely looking like a startup company. Let's see if we have any disclosures we can jump into here. No, we've just got financials. That's it for the last couple of months, last few months. The news, though, we did have some news. Let me jump back to the head of the news here. The most recent piece of news, Farm Green starts sales of Max Genomic TM supplement on Amazon.com and develops its next pre-workout formulation. Now, I did jump into this. The company is also developing additional sales channels, both online and brick and mortar, for the Max Genomic TM supplements. Farmer Green's long-term focus is to develop organic formulations based on mushrooms and therapeutic plants. There's a lot of companies, believe it or not, right now working with mushrooms. And we don't mean the magic mushrooms, just therapeutic mushrooms. Expanding the business through white labeling services as well as through industry mergers and or acquisition. White labeling means that they're going to make the product but put somebody else's label on it. A lot of that out there right now. Was there any other news we could check on here? That's one. Farmer Green launches online sales. Farmer Green appoints Tel Crosby. Got a bunch of new people coming in here, a sports ambassador, a new vice president. And it looks like this new product is what they're all about. Now, I said they were into cannabis. I see here back in July, they're mentioning cannabis for the first time. See what they say here. Focusing on near term, Farmer Green plans to set up. Yeah. You said all that to us. We are laser focused on getting revenue started with the lowest capital expense as soon as possible with our combined years of knowledge. So I don't see anything here talking about money. Right there, Long Valley Farms is a vegenic farm located in the heart of California. The company was started to further the quality of California sun-grown cannabis and is currently being operated with the latest technologies as a vegenic, non-spray, no-till cannabis farm. All righty. I don't know anything about their products. I do keep up with the cannabis industry. It sounds more like they're working with nutraceuticals more than they are cannabis. Their price is really low right now. They are at 00045. I wouldn't look at it. I mean, I'm just saying that this would go under the radar for me because I don't look at any stocks under 0005. It's just a thing. I just don't. And we had 12.5% gains today on the pink tier current. And she's got all those green ticks we're looking for. So in that regard, she does look good. What's the chart look like, Taylor?
All right. So this is the 4-hour chart. So we are at, we hit a low today of 0003. This right here is 0004. This level I drew here, which was a lot of support and resistance, was around. Am I muted? No, I'm good.
No, you're here.
Sorry. Okay. So this other these support and resistances that I saw on the daily chart. So this is 0007 and this is 0011. Okay, so like if I go to the hourly, you can see where there was something going on that we had a big sell-off from last week up until now. It's just now starting to kind of bounce here. So you can see this on the 1 hour. Here's the 9. It has just been following this all the way down. So we're going to have to break above this in order to see some movement. But I really like this level at 0007. So right now, like it has just been in a sell-off. So with all that good news, it's something that I would put on a watch list for sure.
Is that the 52-week low she's at right now?
This was, yes, 0003. 0003, yeah.
Now, in saying that, it looks like she's been hitting new 52-week lows here for a while.
Yes.
So it's not like this is any special 52-week low. It's just
not too special. It has been going lower and lower. Like this is August, okay, and this is September. Okay, now we're in October. We kind of bounced here. That's what I kind of was seeing on the 1 hour. So kind of did bounce. We did have some green at the end of the day. So
those SMAs are looking pretty wretched, though.
It is. So we're hitting this resistance a lot on this, on the 9 EMA, on the 1 hour for sure. That's like the best like a something you can actually see visually that where it's really obvious where the resistance is.
You can also see the volume. The
Right.
negative volume has been
Yes,
growing.
for
It's
sure.
more and more negative pressure on this stock. She's
Uh-huh.
trying to bounce, but she bounces falling. That's all you can really say. So
Yeah.
to me, she doesn't look like she's at any point of recovering right now. She would need to go sideways. She needs to
Yeah.
go sideways for a long time to give these SMAs time to cool down. They're just
Right.
going to keep falling if she keeps falling. She's got to start accumulation, consolidation, something, or a breakout. Just
Yeah.
bounce and fly. Outside of that, not a
So
whole
just
lot
to
to
keep an
say.
eye on. Yeah, there's not a whole lot. That's about all I can see for now. So next,
Next.
you're up.
All
Oh,
right.
you
My
removed
bad.
it.
Go ahead. I'll keep my hands out of the oven. All right. We are going to go to the next one. I believe. Let me see. Where did that one go? Oh, I don't think I put up GF. Felmore, I'm going to jump over yours since we have a couple others. If we have time, I'll come back to that second one. I know you didn't ask for me to look at it, but I can take a hint. I am going to jump to BTTR. This is Better. Better Choice Company finished today at 27.1 cents. Looks like she had a good day. Over 64% gains up in the pennies. That's a nice gain. On the New York Stock Exchange, that means you're going to be able to trade this for free. You're going to be able to trade it pre-market, aftermarket. You can't do that with the OTC penny stocks. So let's see what a relative volume was. Good day for her, going from 4 million up to 38 million. What's that, like 900 times her normal volume? Not 900, 900%. 900 times. Wouldn't that be great? Share structure. All we're told is the outstanding share count of 30.5 million. Our float isn't going to be any higher than that. And that's not a bad share count. It doesn't have to be a low share count to be good. That's good. Financials for Better. Come on, baby, load for me. We're on a clock here. Well, in the meantime, while that's loading, we did have a piece of news that came out October 12th, yesterday. Better Choice announces partnership with IME, I don't know, Pet Health to develop GLP-1 supplement for its Halo brand to combat fat dogs and cats. It has signed a research and development partnership to develop a supplement for overweight pets under its Halo brand. The goal of this research and the development work is to mirror the weight loss benefits of leading brands for domestic animals in humans. So we're going to try this on animals. This is our beta product. And if it works on animals, it should work on people. So whatever they're doing here has bigger plans. But notice, this is research and development. They don't have the product made yet. It's not hitting the market yet. They've just got a company they're getting together with, and they've got plans to do that. Any other news we got here? As our let's take a look at our financials since they came up. At the end of 2022, well, look, let's not overlook the fact they've been growing every single year from 15 million back in 2019, clear up to 54 million in the black, saying they're in profits all this time. That looks great. Quarterly, well, they've had stronger quarters, but they're doing well. $10.5 million over the last quarter, $3.5 million in gains. Cash in the bank, 3.6 million. Total assets, 30 million, and liabilities less than half of their assets. So financially, they're not looking bad. Was there any other news there we could take a look at? That's 2021. There was their pet news receives America. Oh, did we
What
have
was the
some?
big news on October 5th? I'm looking at that now.
All right, I'm going to jump there in just a second. As I'm jumping there, I would tell you this, folks. They have been contacted by the New York Stock Exchange. They have been under $1 for too long. They have a deadline of March of next year to get this price up over $1. They don't get it, they're going down to the OTC. What date did you want me to check, Taylor?
October 5th?
Of this year. Oh,
Yep.
October. Just a
Yeah,
few
just
days
last
ago.
week.
Let me see, October 5th, nothing there, nothing there. Let's see if we had any disclosures come up. I know if you ask, there's got to be something to see. So now I'm curious. No, my God, we didn't have anything until October.
Yeah,
No.
basically just all of October there's been just volume. You'll see it.
No, we have no filings whatsoever in October. The last filing we had was at the very end of September, and it was the dark catalyst. I call this a dark catalyst. When the New York or the NASDAQ contact the company and say, look, you got to get your price up over $1. What is the price? See, normally if they're close to $1, 70, 80 cents, you'll see a strong push. People want to get that over $1.
That's what's been happening.
I hope, because 27 cents is still a bloody long ways away from $1, but they've got until March to do it. So I don't see any catalyst outside of that piece of news, which was yesterday, which is a good piece of news, but it means they need money. Research and development means they're spending money, not making money. So that's kind of going in the wrong direction. So that's really all we got to see here. I do believe we looked at everything, right? I kind of blur through it quick. Yeah.
I think
so let's take a look at that chart and show me how delicious this month looks.
Okay. So yeah, it's very difficult to review. So I'm going to try my best here because this is such a giant price range. Okay. So this low right here, this is the daily chart, by the way. So this is pretty much like April through now. So the bottomed out at around 11 cents. We ended the day at around 21 cents, but look what happened today.
Oh
It
my
jumped
God.
to reach a high of 58 cents. So there was this is why I asked about October, because see, look at all this volume.
Yeah.
Let's go down to the 4-hour. This is even more interesting. If you zoom out, you can see, you zoom out a lot, you can see it even easier. All of these spikes, like let's see, like there was one here that was in June, kind of happened here a little bit in the end of June. Here's July.
Yeah.
Here's end of August, early September, happened here. And then look what happened today. So it has been trying to jump up and finally get over this 200 MA. It finally did today. You see that?
And like I always say,
and was able to hold. Say what?
If that 200 is at an angle, think of it as a slippery slope. And if it jumps up there, it's not going to be able to stay because it's a slippery slope. It'll fall back down. But it shows intention. I want to get up. I want to get up over and over and over again. So once it does get level, what do you think's going to happen? It's a dog out of its pen. Right. It's going to be out of here.
Where'd the Heikenashis go? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Not using the Heikens?
Now I am, but I wanted to show you with the regular candle. So here's the 15 minutes. So here's what happened today. Look at this, is just crazy. So started out around 16 cents all the way up to 58 cents. I mean, this is the 15 minutes. Like, look at how weird this is.
There was some good jumps today on small penny stocks.
And these candles are enormous. This is, several, 16, there's a 20 cents candle when normally we're just fractions of a penny movement. That's why that just looks so
juicy,
crazy to me. I don't know how to say.
Juicy.
Yeah, it's very interesting. But right now, at that point, it kind of looks like a bull flag. Kind of looks like it's flagging out, ready to maybe push again on the 15 minute. You see this?
It does.
It's like a bull flag. But I mean, we don't know for sure, obviously. So if we zoom out even more, 5 minute kind of flagged out, but and did lose its support right here because it got it here, had it here, and
even though she's come way back down, she's landed nicely. She's got herself a higher position. She's on the 50 where she started, but she's in a better position.
Right.
And you know what she does when she gets excited. She blasts off. And now that 200 is close. I'd watch this, but watching it, look, as fast as she moves, you would have a hard time getting into this.
Right. And you have to get out.
I can't remember. This was a NASDAQ stock, wasn't it? New York Stock Exchange. So you can get into this on a market order. You can jump in, throw a hook out there and just grab the price. You can't do that on the OTC. You have to have a limit order on the OTC. And there ain't nothing worse than facing a stock on the OTC. That is aggravating.
Yeah. Well, that's about it for that.
And it looks juicy. It looks like she's setting up. She showed potential. I like it.
Okay.
All right, let's jump into that next stock we got here. Let me set this up. I got to get to my right buttons, folks. Pardon me. All right, which one was the next one? Was this RGTI we were looking at?
Yep.
Oh, you guys can see that. Look at that, folks. I sensed the pages up. I got honored today on Twitter. Thanks by my friend T. Where'd he go? Oh, I can't even. T. Rick. T. Rick gave me high praise today, and a lot of other people followed behind him as a fintech juju advisor. So, whatever that's worth to you folks, I give it my best effort. So we're now looking at Rigetti Computing, ticker RGTI. This too is on the NASDAQ. She is at $1.48. No danger here. She's not in any hot water. She dropped a little bit today, about 3 cents. She fell about 2%. So let's get some relative information on her. Lost half of her volume, not half, but close, maybe 40%, dropping from 40 million down to 2.6 million. Her share structure, all we get is the outstanding share count, 132 million. Float could be that high, or it could be considerably less. Market cap is 200 million for those of you who like those sort of things. Let's see what we got for information here. We got a Form 4 here. That was over a month ago, but is it good or bad? We got a sale and an M. I think that was actually something else. Installments. That's a monthly installment. So he's buying shares on a monthly installment. Think about that. Somebody's buying them on a regular basis, but they also sold 8,000 here too. Turned around and sold some, but these are different because that's a whole different price. That's $1.80 compared to 27 cents. The stock never hit no $1.80. So something else is going on here. Let's see what else we got going on. 144. Those are all old. Let's check out our news. All right, this came out September 19th. Rigetti Computing awarded a 5-year contract with the Air Force Research Lab for quantum foundry services. We haven't been talking a lot about quantum computing, folks. This is around the corner, and this is nothing like AI. Quantum computing will control AI. You want a big boss over AI? It will be quantum computing, something that can control dimensional time factors. Anyways, this news tells us they have a 5-year indefinite delivery, indefinite quantity contract, which establishes the ability for the Air Force Research Lab to purchase Rigetti's state-of-the-art superconducting qubit fabrication capabilities for quantum networking, hardware research, and development. Can they squeeze any more big words into one sentence? This is going to be as hard as biotech soon. So, obviously, the company's got quantum computing going on here. Quantum computing is new. Google's got one. Microsoft has got one. They look like chandeliers hanging from the ceiling. They're very peculiar. These are not computers as you and I would think of computers. Computers have yes, no, up, down, left, right, off, on. That's it. 2 choices. Quantum computers have quant, 4 choices. Yes, no, both together, or something else. They have quantum entanglement, where they can actually connect 2 physical items anywhere in the world that work together, that are simultaneously connected. Very, very strange. And it's going to be part of our future as well. So any companies dealing with quantum computing, you may want to keep your eye on, especially when the government starts jumping into companies that are dealing with AI. When the not the FBI, the DEA, the Department of Defense, the Treasury, when they start trusting a company to give them security, you know darn well they've got a good product. So look at the customer base. This is a great customer base, the Air Force. See if we got any more news over there to get excited about. Oh, cut it out. I'm going to pump you. That was Information Movers seeking up recruiting award 5-year. Remains elusive. No, I don't see anything else jumping out at us here, but that's pretty exciting news right there. So let's take a look at the chart. I did look at everything else, didn't I? I did. I smoke too much, folks. Short-term memory. No, I'm going to
Can
tell
y'all
the
still hear me?
truth. Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
So let's jump into that chart.
Okay.
Hello, Chris.
I'm here. This chart looks amazing. So there's a lot of things I'm seeing here. Look how perfectly, this is the daily chart, by the way. This is traded on the New York Stock Exchange, or the
Did you
NASDAQ.
turn your Heiken
NASDAQ.
off?
Yeah, it's on the NASDAQ, sorry. So look how perfectly this bounced off support on the 200 MA on the daily chart. Absolutely
Perfect.
perfect.
Yep.
Just like it did here, treated as support. And also, I see something really interesting. We had a head and shoulders pattern. Let me turn this off. Like right here. And it looks like it's already played out because we got to here and here. It looks like that's already played out. So, or not here, sorry, hold on. If you move this over here, so head, shoulders,
Are you
here's the
looking for
neckline. Okay.
a reverse one now?
Yeah. So this is already played out. I meant to draw this down here and I
Okay. Okay.
didn't. Right here. So you see how that played out already? And now
Yep.
it's bouncing. Because when you zoom in even further, if you look at just what has happened now after that bounce, crap. Sorry. So so after it played out, after this, the head and shoulders played out. So it played out. This is the end of that. Look at this bull flag, and now it's just kind of flagging out. Looks like another head and shoulders right now, though. Look at this little tiny one. This is on the 1-hour chart.
Right.
But it did look like it found its support and it's coming up. I mean, we're seeing higher highs up, from here to here. Now it's just kind of, we got to see if it's going to come back down, find support again, or comes all the way back down here. Otherwise, this looks like a head and shoulders. If you zoom in on the 1-hour versus the daily chart where it looked like it was, about to bounce. So what do you think? I see
Well,
two different scenarios playing out right now.
what, you got to squeeze that together.
I'm getting there. This is
Well,
the
careful
dailies.
on the bounce. She's on the top. She worked
Yep.
real hard to get up there. I've seen a lot
It is.
of runs like that come hard. As a matter of fact, the SPY did that today. Broke
Yeah.
out over the 200, got really up, and then came right back down, hit it hard. But the SPY
Yeah.
didn't bounce. The SPY broke through it. If you can hit the 200 and bounce, that's showing you that the stock wants to climb. That looks good to me. I
Right. But
respect
then
you
when
for
you zoom in to the 1-hour, we kind of see a head and shoulders pattern right here on the 1-hour.
a broken
So
shoulder.
that's why I kind of see two scenarios, a bearish and a bullish scenario for this one, just based on the candlestick patterns.
And you're probably better at that. I know I'm more of a bullish person, and that's a
Mhm.
bad thing to be in a bear market. I'll tell you what.
Well, I'm just seeing two different scenarios play out, one on a higher time frame, one on the lower time
I
frame.
see that a lot, looking at
Mhm.
different charts. And you've got to
Yeah.
realize that the long chart is telling you what's going to happen over that long period, an hour or an
Right.
hour. So even though it looks like it's hot on the 5 minute, over the long period, it could still be falling. So you got to
Right.
be careful. Reading more than one chart it's critical. You
Yeah, for
cannot
sure.
just stick to one chart. Today, I was playing the SPY on the 1 minute because I was on 0-day options with little time. But I wanted to know where the 50-day and the 20-day were on the 5 minute chart. So I draw lines on my 1 minute chart where the 5 minute SMAs are because the market respects them and I respect them.
Mhm.
So it's like blending two charts together. I wish I could do that.
I mean, I really do see a bearish scenario here on the 1-hour just based on the candlestick patterns, but the
That
daily
does look
chart
bad.
but the
You
daily
show me
chart
that,
looks great. Like it's ready to go. Like we have already completed our head and shoulders pattern. We bottomed out right here at the 200 MA on the daily, and now it's coming back up. So I think daily chart. So longer time frame, I see. This could be a bullish reversal right here, but on the 1-hour, I see like a short term bearish scenario. But I mean, so it could go either way. The candlestick patterns are telling me two different things. So
on the
that's
short
all I'm going to
term.
say about the charts.
Short term, you might have a play going up. On the long term, get ready for some more down activity. At least that's what it looks like. All right, you got me up and running? No, we're still looking at a chart. Let me get over there and
I'm trying.
bing,
You
bing,
should be
bing.
up
It's going to be me now. I got to pop it.
there.
All right. I see we've got some people coming in here. Better late than never. I love seeing you folks come in. Daniel Werner, it's okay to be late, my friend. We're not upset with you. We've got some tickers here. Let's get to Kashira's NHMD. Yes, NHMD. We've been excited about this one. Nate's Food. Nate's Food right now is at 00143. Only had 2.1% gains today. She's on the pink tier. Now, I am saying this just as a cautionary measure. Any news you get with the pink, take with a grain of salt. I have lost more money. I've been trading pinks for a long time. Pinks have caused me more damage than anything else. I took an accounting of my account. Pinks, trusting what they say. It's amazing how many people make deals and then back out of the deals later and just close them. And then I'm stuck believing they had something hot and I'm holding the bag. So until you see it happen, memorandums of understanding, talks, all that, wait till they sign something. Okay. Nate Food, the reason I say that is because Nate's is involved in a where is it? I'm looking for the information. That's Nate's Food has a merger going on right now. This news here, change of control. Here you go. Nate's Food announces reverse merger and change of control with JP Energy Group to drive global group. Now, I'm actually not remembering if this was the sugar. There it is, the sugar contract. Whew. I look at so many stocks. It's like, okay, which one is this? The arrangement between Nate's Food and JP Energy Group will not close until the following conditions have been met. JP Energy Partners has transferred all rights to the sale of sugar. Mentioned above, there's a whole bunch of sugar up here, 600,000 metric tons. Until the sugar mentioned above to JP Energy Group, and JP Energy Group has secured the necessary financing for the sugar contract. See, we got a big if sitting right there. Unless they get the money, none of this news means anything. Now, I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I'm just saying, don't think it is. Take it with a grain of salt. Anything else here? And I do see that one, they got rid of shares, 1 billion shares just before this, and they are not doing a reverse stock split until 2025. So you've been told. So if they do one in 2025, don't go crying, well, why didn't they tell us they were going to do it? They did back in 2023. And that's sometimes how it works. So how many shares do they have now? They say they took off 1 billion of the common shares. All right, outstanding shares is 2.8 billion. Thanks for taking off 1 billion. The insiders own 15 million of the 2.8 billion, which leaves us 2.8 billion in the float. That is a ridiculous float. If you're an Exxon, that's a great float. Why do I say that? Because they got billions of shares. If they didn't, their shares would be worth $20,000 a piece or something like that. They got to keep doing forward splits to bring the price down. So they've got billions of shares, but it isn't working here. Let's see what we have for the relative volume today. Well, she's going up, and that's a lot of shares too. So today I'm going to refresh this. I want to see what our share volume was. We've been hitting that mark a lot here recently. It's like my computer must be stuck. 4.1 billion shares on the entire OTC market were sold today. To show you what that's worth, a year and a half ago, maybe a little longer now, we were doing an average before all this trouble hit of about 60 to 70 billion shares a day. We're down to 4.1. And this would be considered a good day. So out of that 4.1, they got 210 million. And you got to remember, there are over 12,000 companies that have to divvy up all those shares. There's a lot of companies that don't get zilch. So they had a good day here. They jumped about, what is that? Maybe 25% in their volume. We've already looked at the share structure. How about the financials? They shouldn't have anything here. Well, all right, they've got some money. They're going through a change of control. So anything here, I don't know if Nate's is hanging around and he's getting a portion of this or he's going on holiday. I really don't know. I know JP Energies is coming into the picture. And if JP is going to be the full owner and Nate's out, all this money Nate's taking with him. So this ain't going to be here anymore. So it really isn't going to matter what's going on with this stuff. And I don't think we have anything new in disclosures. Well, actually we do. We got one that just came out yesterday. I didn't see this one. Change in registrant certification of accounts. Okay. New company comes in, they're going to have a new accountant. Someone else is going to take care of the books. That just makes sense. You know, you move into this house, you're not going to use my dentist just because I did when I lived here. That's the way it goes. So nothing else going on here. We're just waiting for this deal to close. Everybody's excited about it. The stock's had a lot of run. It's had some bounces from what I remember. But as I said, we saw the if. this is all contingent on JP Energy getting the financing and getting control of that sugar. If they can control it, then they can sell it to China in those 2 lots, which now I'm remembering, 250,000 metric tons in the first shipment, 350 metric tons in the second shipment, a total of 600 metric tons. And they'll make some money doing that if they can get the money. Let's take a look at the chart for NHMD.
Okay, so we did look at this on the 28th of September. That's why I put this here.
2 weeks ago.
Huh?
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. So I said we were in this consolidation area for a really long time. This is between, 0001 and 0003. We talked about that for a while, a couple weeks ago. I remember talking about this one a lot. And it had just been on this complete upwards momentum, and it has continued on, reached a high today of 0017, which was a lot of resistance and support back here, back in like last June. So it's finding that again, but it's very strong resistance. It's going to have to get over that and hold in order to get back up to this area, which is around like the 003 area.
Warning, Will Robinson. That's a
so basically stock. That's 100% move.
That's a where we are now. Right now, she's running purely on speculation. We have no hard facts. She's looking great, and I'm expecting her to come down hard. I'm not saying she may not give some more, but if you expect her to stay up there, that's wishful thinking in this market.
Right, but it's just amazing where it had been consolidating way down here at the the resistance was 0003. We're now at 0014. That's
like 800% gain so far.
It's crazy. So that right now it's on a run. That's obviously the speculation happening, because the last time we looked at this, it had already started, and it has continued on even more since we talked about it.
And that's what I tell you.
Actually, twice as much. It literally almost doubled, nearly doubled since we had last talked about it.
OTC traders like to speculate. When news is vague and doesn't give specifics, the investor will build it up in his mind. He'll make more of it than it is, and you'll see stocks run. And then when the news comes out and tells you what the facts are, so enjoy it. Enjoy it while it happens. If you see these again, you know that they're going to come down. So don't think, well, this is a home run, I'm just going to stick around. God, folks, I hate to tell anybody to do this because I hate seeing stocks continually fall, but take your gains. Take your gains.
Yeah, this one has been running, but I mean, it could continue to run until there's some kind of announcement or news made. But other than that, that's all I got for this chart.
Now, I wanted to mention here that Velmore has brought to my attention, and I do believe she is talking about PHBI, since that was the ticker that we looked at for her. Let me see here. Yes, she says, and we couldn't see that because they don't make notice of it here, but caveat emptor fell off. Folks, that's huge. Normally, when CE falls off of a stock, it will run. I mean, seriously, you can see a stock go crazy simply because it's back. I have no idea how long it was in caveat emptor. When it's in caveat emptor, they don't give you any news. They don't tell you what they've done wrong, why they're down there, when they went there, when they're coming out. It's a big mystery. So when they come back out, it's a big deal. So yeah, thanks for bringing us this one. I did not know that she was in caveat emptor. Buyer beware, skull and crossbones. It's all the same thing there. So what's our next one here? I wasn't even on top of this one. You're right, Daniel. I am slow today. I'll take that. MIMO we will get to, but I told Velmore first. GIFX. So let's jump in over here to this. First come, first served. It's only fair, right? So let's see what we got. This is GIFA. Finished today at 4.5 cents. Oh my God. Look at that gain. Taylor's going to like this one. 338% gains today.
Nice.
And she's in the pennies. We're not talking about a 0002 that went to 0006. No. So we are at 4.5 cents, which would make this probably just over a penny when she started to run. Just over a penny. She's on the pink tier. Verified profile, verified transfer agent. So that is good. This is validated information, folks. The reason I make a big deal about it, we don't get any validated information with pinks. Even their disclosures aren't validated unless they're 10Ks or F filings or something like that. So anytime you see these green ticks, at least you got something that somebody said, yeah, this looks real for this company. It's solid. So not bad. Take a look at her volume today with that sort of increase.
The volume increased a little bit, right?
Yeah, she went from 33 shares to 602,000.
Yeah, see
Both,
the chart. I was like, whoa.
both of the numbers are really low, but that is what, 20 times? I think I'm doing my math there right. 20 times increase, which is a lot of increase. So don't always just look at the numbers. 20 times as many purchases were made today as yesterday. Share structure, 33 shares. Talk about under the radar. Was this one off the market too, Belmore? Authorized shares, 500 million. Outstanding, they've only got over 100 million on the market. And the management owned more than half of them, 70 million. Must believe in this company. And that's leaving us with just under 50 million for the float. Not too bad. We can live with that. Financials for GIFX. They've been increasing. 4 years ago, they were barely at 500,000. Last year, just broke 4 million. Now they have done 400 times that virtually at 16.1 million. But something's weird because when they made 4 million, they got to keep almost all that money. Here, they're only getting to keep 3 million. In either case, it's still good. Quarterly, well, it's all still good. They're kind of bouncing around here. The last quarter, they did $882,000. Balance sheet, they got money in the bank, $5 million, 21 million in assets, and liabilities of only 1/10 that, 2 million. So they're looking good financially. We don't have any worries or concerns here. All their financials are caught up, and that's all they give us. Geez, that is it. For 7 years, we haven't had an 8K, 6K, S1. You know what that means? No public offerings. Hey, you got to like that. They're not diluting their shares. That's good to see. All right, let's see what we can find for a catalyst here. Uh-oh. We got no news since 2021. Do I even know what this company does? Well, they give us a description. You know what? Real quick, I'm just going to dive over to the website because I don't know if their description is accurate. That's not. What the heck? Through its subsidiaries, the company provides financial services, consultancy, brokerage, business loans, project funding. Is that what they tell us over here?
Is it GIF?
X.
GIF. Okay,
Yeah.
the chart is very strange, so I'm just making sure I don't understand what's going on.
Well, it may have been in limbo. It could have been on the expert
Yeah,
market.
that's what
It could have
happened.
been
Okay.
CE. That's why I was asking, because with this sort of jump and that sort of volume, 33 shares over the last 30 days average, that tells me only a broker is buying a share here or there just to keep the revenues for himself coming in. So the company looks like they are in some sort of fintech business. I'm presuming it's fintech. I don't see any technology here. I see they give loans, they help corporate operations, business comprising newspaper and web TV. This sounds kind of old fashioned. That's why I was saying, are they a fintech? I don't even know if they're fintech. They're working business development.
0.45. Okay.
What's that?
I was just looking what it said, what the chart said, 0.45. I was just making sure because I don't understand what's going on with the chart. That's why I was checking the price.
I would have to do some jumping around here to other places to see what sort of information I could find because there's nothing here. To me, it looks like either the company has been off the market or they just don't communicate. They just don't communicate with their investors.
The chart is jumping from day
Let's see
like
it. Show
yeah,
us that chart because I got
let
nothing
me
else
show
to
you.
give you.
It might be just I don't know if it's TradingView doing this or what, but if I look at the daily chart, this is showing me this is May 22nd, and then it came back in June. This is from September 15th, and then this just says the 12th of October today. But this is the daily chart, so I am not sure what's going on. Because look, these dates will say June, July, August. It
Let me try
doesn't,
something.
they're like right here is May. Then
What's
it
the
says
hourly
June
look like?
hourly.
Yeah.
So this is just from today on. This is like April and May. So this is just from today on. That's all we can really look at. We can't compare it to the past because there's not much.
And what are those bounces? Those are some pretty big bounces.
Yeah, there's some the chart is very strange on TradingView, so I don't know if it's like this anywhere else. So right here, let's look at it on the 15-minute.
What's the size of that big bounce?
This right here is between, now this is in the 30-minute chart. Let's look at the hour.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just how big
a penny all the way up to 4.046. So like where it is now, 4.5.
Is that the spread on the ask and bid?
Let me see what the spread is on the ask and bid.
Those sort of bounces, it looks like she gets so little volume that you get.
Oh, it's not trading after hours. So
wow.
Yeah, I don't know if it trades per. I think it's just 1 cent, right? It would have to, because you can't trade more than that.
No,
you
can go all the way to 0001.
No, but since it's already a penny, can you do half cent? Sometimes you said that they can or can't. I don't know. So I don't know what the spread is, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Oh, I was looking up at the top. Let me see if I can check on my computer. That was a ticker. What do we got here?
GIFX.
GIFX. The spread is 4.6 for the ask and 2.9 for the bid.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I was seeing on TradingView.
This chart,
there's no more information.
Enough liquidity, like on warrants, you get huge spreads because it's not traded often.
Right.
So it gets further and further apart until it starts trading and closes up, which looks like is what finally happened here on your chart. That last day, finally trading started after the bounce. Somebody gave it that, I'll pay for it, and it started to push. So it looks like it hasn't been doing anything for whatever reason, but for some reason now there's activity. And even though we can't see it, the chart doesn't lie.
Right. You can't see what happened before, but today this is the 5-minute. So we just started running, and then now it looks like a bull flag. Just looking at candlestick patterns.
If you didn't look at the past, that doesn't look bad.
The past you can't even see because it's jumping from month to month, even on the 5-minute chart. So something's not right with how it's traded.
Yeah, normally, what do you get if there's no trading on a stock one day? Do you get straight lines or you just get a bald spot?
Usually so that's what's confusing me. I don't.
See, on the OTC, it seems to me I just get bald spots.
That's what I guess happened. Yeah, that's probably what happened.
Markets back up to each other, and I get no black lines. It's
okay.
15 days.
Okay.
So something is up with this one. I don't know if it's a problem or just a situation, but look, they've got money. That speaks volumes. They're making cash. They got good revenues. They've got good financials. Can't get a lot of information on the company, but the chart says she has taken a jump as she normally does, but she normally comes right back down. Today, she's doing something different. Now's the time to pay attention to her.
Yep.
You see anything else that looks sweet on that chart?
That's pretty much it. None for me.
All right. I'm coming back down to Daniel. If you have time, please. I most certainly do, Daniel. So MIMO. Let's get up there. So we're going to jump into MIMO. We'll start with the description. See if we've got one here. No description. Jump into a piece of news very quickly. New news. Don't get an old piece of news. You never know what they were doing last year. Airspan Networks. MIMO, Airspan Networks, finished at almost 15 cents and about 3.5% gains. She too is on the major exchange. Right. So she could be in trouble. We got to watch for those filings. You can normally tell on the charts if they're in trouble for being under $1 for too long, but I'm seeing a lot of stocks get in trouble for being under $1 for 30 days, especially on the New York Stock Exchange. They don't seem to be given any grace. Airspan Networks is a US-based provider of groundbreaking, disruptive software and hardware for 5G networks and a pioneer in end-to-end Open RAN solutions that provide interoperability with other vendors. As a result of an innovative technology and significant R&D investments to build and expand 5G solutions, Airspan believes it is well positioned with 5G indoor, outdoor, open RN private networks for enterprise customers and for industrial use. Can also be used for air to ground. That's always nice. Solutions to help mobile network operators of all sizes deploy their networks in the future. With over 1 million cells shipped to 1,000 customers in more than 100 countries, Airspan has global scale. So they're working with 5G and the network with products and services. Let's see what we got for relative volume for them. Lost a lot of volume. Dropped from 1.7 million down to 3.5 thousand. Share structure for Airspan. Outstanding shares of 74, 75 million. Float, we don't know what that is. Could be as high as 75 million. Could be considerably less. The float or the market cap is really low right now. That is down at 10.7 million. I'll bet that's in jeopardy. I think it's 50 million. Just looked at a company the other day, maybe today. They were under $1 on the New York Stock Exchange. They were also under the $50 million market cap. They were 49.97 million and they got hit. They do not mess around here. So I think it's important that we check these out for these 8Ks. That's far enough back for a warning. We're looking for there it is. Received a letter from the New York Stock Exchange. They're not in compliance with, well, they're asking for a plan. So this must be the second one here. Their price of their stock has been too low. We know that. And I was checking to see if their market cap was too low. The company is predicted on affecting a reverse stock split. So there you've got a heads up. They are predicting. They haven't said they're going to do it, but what word do you want? They're predicting a reverse stock split to fix this. I'm sure if we go back further, I don't see it here maybe. Explanatory note, Airspan Delaware Corporation. Nope, don't see anything there. Financials is what you got there. So as I thought, they are in trouble. They've got time to get this fixed. I don't think they were given a deadline there. I think they were just told July, scan this for a date here. The plan and the execution date referred to above do not apply to the January 10th deadline. So there's their deadline, January 10th of next year. But this predicated, not predicted, sorry, predicated. Predicated affecting a reverse split. That could happen before. I mean, the deadline has nothing to do with that. So at their discretion, they could do that at any moment. They've already given us a heads up. They don't have to give us a formal warning, no news press. It's been said. So let me see. God, why do I keep going back to that? Was there anything else we needed here? Financials, that only goes back that far. And news, I think we already looked at the news, didn't we? No. Airspan Networks Holding announces New York approval of compliance plan. Let's see if they make it any more clearer here. So they've approved their plan, looking for that reverse split. Continued price extension to December 9th. Whoa, look at that. The letter provides for an extension to December 29th, not January. That's December 29th, 2024. God, that's a long ways away. Companies receive written notice. Whew. All right, but there's that date there too, though. So I would not expect it to go. I don't know what this one is about. It looks like that, and I don't see. Let me see. Notice do not affect the company's business. So the stock is going on right now as usual, but I see that they have already warned us. I would be worried about this, folks. Their price is really low, 14 cents. They've been warned. They've already given a compliance. They've told the New York Stock Exchange how they're going to fix this problem. And since they can't raise the price themselves, what else can they do? There is no other option but a reverse split or let themselves be kicked down to the OTC. Oh, we're just going to let it go until January. I'm sure it'll come up. No, I don't think the New York Stock Exchange approved that one. So in my mind, I'm thinking a reverse split is coming. And they ain't giving us any idea how big.
I think so too.
This one. I'm ready. Go for it, Taylor.
Okay. So, yeah, they're nowhere near $1. And even in these big highs, this is a 4-hour chart, by the way. This happened back in August. We had a big jump. We had a big jump here back in May. I mean, it just has these random spikes in volume. The last time that they reported earnings, it came up after that. They actually do have another earnings coming up pretty soon. Looks like it's Wednesday, November 8th, so about a
And
month
what was
away.
that? Her high was
They have a
36
next,
cents.
say what?
Her high was 36 cents. That's as
Around
high as
30,
those
yeah,
bounces?
yeah, around 36 cents. That was in August.
That ain't enough.
Yeah, exactly. The last time we saw a dollar, okay, looks like right here, March of this year. So
Right.
look what happened back in March, or started the beginning of March here into February, and just took a slide down, gap down again, and it's just been. So if you look at the big picture, and here's this right here is about $1.50, right there. This is your $1 mark that we're trying to get to. Right there is where that is, and here we are way down here. So if you look at it like this is kind of scary. So if we're trying to get here at least to $1 so we can get back on, and this was, this nice high over here back in March, we're down here at, it has hit a,
Impossible.
because I've looked at this, I guess I must have looked at this before. So this is around 10, 11 cents. That was the lowest it got, and that was the end of last month. It was down there at around 11 cents.
If they were to do a reverse split right now, you wouldn't want to just go to $1 because you'd fall right back. You'd want to
Right.
go up. And if they were to do a 1 in 20 reverse split, we'd end up with a float around 3.5 million. That's how bad, that's how low it would go. And I think it's coming. I think it's coming. You're going to end up with a really small float. I'd wait until after. If you think this company's got something going on for it, wait until after the split because it'll probably be at least a 1 in 20. I don't think they can go much further than that. Maybe a 1 in 30. You could end up with about 1.1 million in the float.
Yeah, because right now, if they did just a 1 to 10, it'd be $1.40 per share, come right back down. So it needs to be at least, I would say 20, I guess, right?
That's what Mullen did. Mullen just put herself over $1. Didn't work.
It
And
doesn't
she
work.
fell
Yeah.
under $1.
Yeah.
And it's just, and then you fall down to the OTC after your reverse split. It's just insult upon injury.
Yeah.
And you can see there, her spikes are all coming down.
Yep,
Every single one
all
of them.
Yep, that was just in the past couple of months. So this was in August. This happened in September. This happened like a week ago in October. And you can see they're getting smaller and smaller.
Yep.
So that's what's going on right now. That's about it there.
Trying to fight that 200, but I don't think she's going to have any luck. I mean, things look like a change could be coming, but looking at the history, it's kind of hard to get excited.
Yeah.
I see we got an update here. I presumed wrong. It was not PHBI that had the caveat emptor. It was GIFX. If you guys make a comment about a stock, always put the ticker in there so that everybody, including me, knows. We talk about so many stocks. We just don't know if you're making a comment about the stock you referred or a stock someone else referred to. So more information, the more we know, the more we grow, I see we are right at 5 o'clock. Well, I appreciate all of you. Sorry we didn't get to your third one, Daniel. Nice try. TENX, we'll take a look at that. Let me see. I know that's right. You know the rules, but you're right. If it's slow, there's nothing wrong with bringing more to the table. I always have a few in the background, but it's always nicer if you bring them to me. I share stocks with you all week. Well, folks, we actually got it on time this week. Looks like I don't think I skipped anybody. And all of you are regulars. I really appreciate your constant support, folks. I really do. I've noticed as the volume in the market falls, the views on my videos fall. I'm lucky if I'm doing 100 views a day right now, which I know is a joke on Google, on YouTube. But you guys follow me. You guys watch. And it's not about how many people I've had. I was doing this to share information and make a community. And I feel like we're starting to get one now. So I appreciate you. We'll see you next week. I do believe Taylor will be here. She may be on vacation, but she can take her computer wherever she is. Her honeymoon, we excused. That one, even if you could take your computer, it's your honeymoon. Your husband would have killed you.
No, but yeah.
We'll see you next week,
Be
folks.
here.
Thanks for being here.
Bye.